I'm going to ask you a really crazy question. When you're like a rough, tough, um, did Diddy grow up in New York City? Is he a Harlem guy?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's a New Yorker, yeah.
So when you're like a black man in New York City, the worst thing culturally that your boys can find out about you, or at least in his generation, our generation, is that you're gay. So I wonder if he's thinking jail and lawsuits, or holy cow, people are finding out that I like dudes. Like I
Oh, I
said,
mean, the cat's out of the bag. The cat's been out of the bag for Diddy as far as like, the gay rumors. It's been I mean, those rumors have been, you know, going on for I mean, since the 90s, more or
right.
less. And honestly, at this point, I feel like in the black hip hop community, it's not even a thing anymore. Like, oh my God, that person is gay. It's like at this point, we just assume that everyone is gay. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what it's come to, right?
Well,
Because of all of these exposés happening, the
yeah.
assumption is that if you're a black male rapper, you're gay
Is that like
until proven otherwise, basically. Whereas before it used to be the opposite, right? It
right,
was
right.
like all these womanizers, all the like the music videos back in the day, like all the hip hop, like misogynistic. So it was just um almost like overcompensating a little bit, and now we're finding out that all these like really super masculine guys the whole time were like, taking it in the
Uh,
for whatever are you gonna be. So I don't
that-
know, but
that's the new 808.
yeah,
the new
basically.
the new
So
beat. Well, I mean, it's an interesting thing you mentioned, because you mentioned womanizing. Is womanizing a prelude to having sex with the same gender? And I ask that because isn't addiction, like womanizing is like sex addiction, right? And then don't you like for me, I loved scotch so much that I couldn't drink enough scotch. So then I started supplementing scotch with drugs. Is that the same thing? Like, hey, all the women, like one woman's too many, a thousand's never enough. Let me throw some guys in there. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I think so. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, think about porn, right? This is my understanding of it. You hear guys say that once they were introduced to porn, they couldn't have normal sex with women anymore because it was like the bar was set so high. Now it's like it's over sexualized. So you want more and more, like I guess you could call it like more and more disturbing things to sort of like fulfill that fantasy. Whereas maybe before you even had a woman, the first time you had a girl, you would be satisfied just holding hands and kissing. Whereas now you're watching porn and you're seeing all these like I mean, outrageous things basically. And now that's your expectation of what sex should be like. And so I can only imagine if like if you're someone like a Diddy, like, and you have like a plethora of women, you can have anyone you want at any point. You have done everything imaginable to the human mind sexually.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't strike me as like the strangest thing for one to now all of a sudden start like, you know, wanting to like venture out and do other things, even if you're not gay, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because you're just wanting to try things, sexual things. So I don't even think it means that you're gay just because you're sleeping with another man in today's day and age. I mean, it could be, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be. You could also just, you know, be wanting to sort of like feel the same high that you felt holding a girl's hand once upon a time, you know?
Right. Well, I always
Yeah.
wonder if porn helps marriages or it hurts them, and this is why. No, and listen, I'm going to tell you why. Because on the one hand, why do I have to
Can
get
we get
the?
Candace Owens in here, please? I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
she says a lot about this topic.
All right, so no, so like, so so why would I have to get divorced if I could just go and have sex with six Japanese co-eds whenever I want, right? Then
Hmm.
why would somebody stay married if they could just go have sex with six Japanese co-eds? Like, it's just like it really is. But what you're saying.